Assalamualaikum and a very good day to Madam Lidiawani and all my fellow friends. My name is Nur Anisha Hira binti Abu Bakar and my matric number is 264890. Today I would like to talk and tell you about SBS, which stands for Sick Building Syndrome. Okay, have you ever heard about sick building syndrome before this? I know that most of us are still not aware of the presence of this syndrome until today. So what is actually sick building syndrome? So basically, sick building syndrome is essentially a set of disease and symptoms that affect several occupants of particular building. According to Journey 2018, this syndrome has a symptom that can affect your skin and neurological systems such as itchy throat, sore eyes, headaches, and easily get tiredness, also have a trouble concentrating to the work. So in this speech, I will explain to you about the causes, risk factor, and solution for this syndrome. Firstly, I will cover about the causes of this syndrome so that we can know the reason why this syndrome only happens to the occupants inside the building. One of the causes leading to this syndrome is building decor. As we know, many paints, carpet fabrics, and furniture sometimes have been inside the building for years, especially the old building. According to Henkel 2016, volatile organic compound and other chemical substances such as formaldehyde and acetic acid can be released from this product, which can affect the occupant health. Thus, by adding ozone to the blend, modern office appliances such as copiers and illustrative humidifier will be added to this issue. These air quality issues are often produced by mold or mildew if you are not taking care of it for years, and the effect is a chemical stew in the air inside the building. As a result, this chemical stew can lead to the occupant building to get poisoning. Next, the occupant medical literature also contribute to one of the causes for this syndrome. This syndrome sometimes also depends on the occupant medical condition. For example, the pupil who has asthma is more prone to this syndrome. This is because air pollution and chemical contaminant can increase the risk of the health. As we know, air pollution including motor vehicle exhaust and exhaust from surrounding building can enter a building, which can impact the occupant lung and immune system. This is due to the air pollution, which contains harmful substances that can be toxic to our respiratory tract. In addition, they are also exposed to chemical contaminants such as cigarette smoke, bacteria in the construction compound, and also paint odor. After we know the causes, we will move to the risk factor of this syndrome to make sure we are aware of it while working inside the building in the future. Do you know, if you are spending a lot of time in a building, it can trigger any or more unspecific symptom of this syndrome. Mostly building occupants work in long duration, especially for those who love to do overtime to earn more income. They are tend to spend their hour inside the building and just relying solely of the indoor air circulation, which are not good. I believe that some of the building, especially old building, do not always maintain their air condition installation. This is because they seem too busy all the time, so people who have spending more time inside the building can easily infected by this syndrome. Next, increased exposure to environmental antigen is also can be one of the risk factors for this syndrome. People who have high sensitive environmental antigen have more chance or risk to get this syndrome, which lead them to get an allergy. Research has found that an increased sensitivity to contact with environmental antigen and biological contaminant can lead the occupant to have Legionnaires' disease and asbestos. According to the Journey 2017, Legionnaires' disease can affect the person to have subsequent lungs infection by Legionella species, which are the name for harm bacteria. It also can cause bacterial skin infections such as cellulitis and boils. So it is very necessary to minimize high humidity and building dust mite exposure must be decreased. Lastly, we need to know the solution for this syndrome to be prepared in the future. One of the solutions is we can try to clean up wet or damp place. We need to rub all the residual dampness out, then spit dry any residual water, set up fans in the tank area, and remove any noticeable mildew mold with a bleach and water solution or a commercial mold cleaner on the area affected. In this matter, cleanliness is important, so the area affected need to be cleaned and dried thoroughly after cleaning. Always be careful when using some bleach solution by wearing eye, hand, and face protection. If after going through a cleanliness process, you still see visible sign or mold or odorous mildew, you might need to call in a mold remediation specialist to help to fix this issue permanently. Biological contaminants aggravates allergies, can cause irritation even in non-allergic person. So it includes pollen, bacteria, and fungus. And insect and bird dropping also considered as biological contaminant. So you need to make sure to check their presence and remove all of it frequently. Next, open windows is one of the suggestions that can improve and boost natural air circulation inside the building. There are no windows that open in many new office and business buildings. Opening the window can provide natural air condition and healthy airflow at least part of the day. The tips here is you cannot open the window by facing heavy traffic areas, commercial area, or area that can leave it prone to rain or rainy day condition. This is due to when windows are open, there is such air pollution that will enter the building through the open window, which will do more damage than good. Thus, you are seeking to resolve your sick building issue and not seek for the worst. So, there are 3 features that you need to know about the sick building syndrome, which are the causes, risk factor, and also the solution for it. In conclusion, after everything are taken into consideration, we are now can see that work environment inside the building can also affect worker health. If our work environment is dirty, the worker cannot work in peace. When we have the clean in our work environment, we can avoid issue with sick building syndrome. We can also see the risk factor, which the consistency of indoor air circulation can has a profound impact on building occupant safety and productivity. So the knowledge about the steps of solution need to know well to avoid this syndrome in the future. So I really hope that this new information can give all of you an awareness and will help you in the future while working inside the building. So that's all from me. Thank you.